case of chain passing.
On the overlap.
Brazil will score.
Dummies and goes. Tyrone Roberts. That is his specialty.
Hello everyone, welcome to Rabbs'S Rant for round 3 of the National Rugby League, and a great game to kick off this round with the Tigers and the Rabbs'S. The Tigers, very good winners over the Titans last weekend, while the Rabbs'S went down to Manly in what was a little bit of a disappointing performance by the Rabbs'S. However, I think they might bounce back. There's been a bit of drama off the park this week with the Tigers, and I think that may have a little bit of an effect. But by gee, they were good, and young Brooks is a very, very good player, so the Rabbs'S are going to have to watch him, but I think they will win. The Broncos and the Roosters. The Roosters last start winners against Parramatta after a very ordinary first round, but they came back with a vengeance last week, while the Broncos are 2 from 2 and a good win against the Cowboys last week. I'm going to tip a little bit of an upset here. It's at Suncorp Stadium. The Broncos are at home, 2 from 2, and I'm going to tip the Bronx to keep on their winning way. Panthers and the Bulldogs. This is almost the match of the weekend. The Bulldogs were awesome against a very gummy Shark on Monday night, while the Panthers went down to the Storm by a point in a game that they probably should have won. I think the role's going to reverse. I think Panthers will win at home. They beat the Knights at home the first round, and I think they'll chalk up win number 2 for season 2014. The Sharks and the Dragons, well, you can't see anything else here but a Dragons victory. The Sharks were terrible on Monday night, while the Dragons rolled over the Warriors over the ditch and were very, very good winners. Widdop is playing some fabulous footy at the moment. So St George Illawarra to win that one for mine. Cowboys and the Warriors up there in Townsville. I think the Cowboys will win this one. They did lose to the Broncos last week, but they certainly weren't disgraced. They've got too much talent in that side, while so far in season 2014, the Warriors are the disappointment. The Cowboys for mine at home. Seagulls and Parramatta. Parramatta went back to their old ways last week against the Roosters, although the Roosters were in red-hot form, there's no doubt about that. The Seagulls, well, they're playing some great footy at the moment, and I think they will win this one and win it comfortably. The Raiders and the Titans, this is the nation's capital. The Raiders, good winners over the Newcastle Knights, albeit with a fair bit of controversy surrounding that game. There was a dead-set forward pass to Jared Croker, and I think Croker dropped the ball over the line in the first half as well. That's not coming from a biased Knights supporter by any stretch of the imagination. OK, yes, I am. But I think the Raiders will beat the Titans, who were very, very lacklustre against the Tigers last weekend. Finally, the Storm and the Knights. Now, you might remember last year the Knights tipped the Storm out of the final series, and I think there is a little bit of confidence in the Knights camp, albeit they were, I think, very, very lacklustre also in that game against Canberra. Maybe they thought that was a game that they were just going to automatically turn up and get the 2 points. Well, their attitude's got a lift. The Storm are hanging in there by the seat of their pants. They've had 2 wins so far this year out of 2, one by golden point, one by field goal. So they know how to win matches, the Storm, and I think they might just get the measure of the Knights, who are way below par at the moment. That's my tips for this weekend. Let's hope I can improve on 4 out of 8 last weekend. Enjoy your weekend of footy. It should be a ripper.